Yeah, I'm Smita Sunil with you in 2 Minute Mahabharata stories. We were seeing the Mausala Parva in our last episode. So let us continue that. Let us know how Krishna died and how Pandavas died, as there were many questions with us. So, at least by listening to the gist, you will be able to understand these questions. So, even if you haven't gone with the previous episodes, no problem. Still, by listening to these stories, you will have an idea about Mahabharata and the stories of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So, let us continue about this Mausala Parva. As Krishna sits on top of the tree in yoga, to his senses he knew some of the powder cast into the Prabhasa Patana sea had been swallowed by a fish. Inside the fish, the powder had become a metal piece. Jara the hunter catches the fish and finds the metal. He sharpens it to make an arrow and goes for hunting. At that time, he sees some red marks on Krishna's left foot. Mistakenly, he thought as deer's eye and shoots the arrow at it. By approaching to hold his prey, happened to see Krishna wrapped in yoga and touches his feet for being an offender. Krishna pacifies him and ascends to heaven, filling the entire sky with splendor. Meanwhile, Dharuka, the charioteer of Sri Krishna, reaches to Pandavas and tells them the whole incident. Arjuna sets out for seeing them. He met Vasudeva with 5 lakh people, killed each other and lying there. He tells them to prepare for a leave in within a week. Vasudeva dies that next day while meditating, while his wives join him in a funeral pyre. Then Arjuna made rites who died there according to their order of seniority. Arjuna took Yadava old men, women, and children who survived along with 16,000 devotees, whom Krishna saved from Narakasura and got them married. 2. So now they were all being taken to Indraprastha. As they are leaving, waters rise. Dwaraka sinks into the sea. Arjuna proceeded to march slowly, causing the Vrishni women to rest in pleasant forests, mountains, and by the sides of delightful streams. Then arrived at the country of 5 waters. They made an encampment there, that is, Indus, Ganges, Satluj, Bees, and Ravi. Bandits attacked them by seeing there was only one bowman. Even though Arjuna defended, they disregarded his words as he was unable to. Tries to invoke his celestial weapons, which did not obey him. As bandits attacked in large amount, Arjuna failed. In his very sight, ladies were dragged away, while some went away with bandits on their own accord, as they found none to save them. Supported by servants, Arjuna struck the bandits with his shafts, sped from Gandiva bow, but soon his inexhaustible quivers were out of shafts. With grief, he tried to fight with his bow, but then the ladies were taken away. Arjuna understood the destiny and his bow not obeying him. Moral is, at good times everything will be pleasant to you, but at bad times nothing would obey you also. Then Arjuna, taking with him the remnant of the Vrishni women and their wealth that was still with them, reached Kurukshetra. He installs warriors at different positions at different locations. Rukmini, Savya, Hemavatu, and Jambavati ascended the funeral pyre. Satyabhama and others entered the woods to practice penances. Arjuna becomes depressed and was with full of doubts about his warrior abilities. He approaches Vyasa and expresses that he failed and feels insecure. Sage Vyasa said that it was the destiny of those warriors, added that Krishna also suffered and baffled with curses. Arjuna and his brothers